All right, what's up, family? Good, important, very valid one for this one here. So I'm gonna title it "Women." It's a point reason I'm saying this. It could apply for everybody, but in this case, I'm talking about women because I've seen this behavior all too often. And remember, we're here to help, uplift each other, right? So we're gonna title this one "Women." Remember, respect gets respected. See, when you carry yourself in such a respectful way, it's almost like you put it out there. You put that energy out there that when people see you, when they're in your presence, they know to respect you. It's almost like they excited to respect you. Because why? You giving off such an exuberant characteristic about yourself. You giving off such exuberant energy. Matter of fact, that could be the word of the day. Exuberant. Now you look up the word exuberant, you know what I mean? It means just that. To give off lively, positive energy. You know, uplifting, cheerful, joyful. You know, you giving off such energy when people write like, man, I like being around this person. Man, all right, let me get to the point so y'all get what I'm saying when I say title of the video. Women, respect definitely gets respected. See, when you carry yourself in such a respectful way, people love to respect you. Damn, they feel like they forced to do so. And what I'm saying about that, I've seen all too often, now I spoke about this before, but I've seen all too often where, let's say, I'm gonna take me for example. I'm walking down a corridor in a building. I'm walking in a grocery store. I'm walking on the street. I'm in the mall. I'm in a shopping center. I don't care. Make the scenery any way y'all want to see. Y'all know what I'm talking about. As I'm walking, imagine you, the viewing audience, you, the young lady, that you're coming this way and I'm going this way. We have to cross paths, right? And as I'm crossing paths, I lift my head up and I'm like, hello, how you doing? I smile. I may be very clear and go, good morning, good evening, whatever, right? Clearly say hi, clearly wave my hand, clearly, very clearly says, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is, right? But then this response I get back from the woman. Now, this is the response you get from the woman. It'd be like this. Looking at their phone, doing everything not to make eye contact, right? Or if they claim they say hi, they'd be like this. And it's like, what? Now, we know unfortunately, we have seen some instances when they do that. You get this ignorant guy. He may say, man, F you, blah, blah, blah. Now, that's real ignorant. And that should be not tolerated. But my point is, now, even when that happens, you know what that lady would say, that young lady would say? She'd say, I did say hi. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Because let me tell you something. You want to act like this is a hi. But yet and still, see, let me get to the point. If any woman walks by me and don't say hello after I clearly gave you a smile, gave you a kind greeting, I ain't ask you for nothing because I don't do that nonsense anyway. I ain't addressing you in no foul way. I don't do that nonsense. But my point is, if a woman don't want to say hi to me, I'm fine with that. I said this before. I'm fine with that. Listen, you don't pay my bills, nor do I pay yours. I am totally fine with you not speaking. That's good. I'll carry on my day and nothing never happened. I'm fine with that. But, remember what I told you, when someone uses the word but, it's going to be just the opposite. You know, it's a beautiful day today, but it's going to pour down raining later on today. See? So back to my point. If you don't want to speak to me, that is fine. I'm good with that. My day going to carry on. But remember, that same lady that decided not to speak when we was in the shopping plaza, when you walked right by me, and I clearly said, hello, how you doing? Oh, wow. That's too much to say hi. Okay, that's fine. I'm fine with that. But do not get in the parking lot now. And I'm 50 yards, if not a football field away. I'm half a football field away, if not a whole football field away, 100 yards. Now she gets in her car. You know what's going on in her car? Or she got a flat tire. Or some other person addressed her in a foul way, trying to disrespect her, whatever kind of way. Now, that same lady who walked by me and didn't speak or want to go, now I'm 100 yards away in the parking lot. Now she want to be like, excuse me, I need your help. No, hell no, hell no. See, now you got a very vocal voice when you need something. See, when you need help, now you very vocal. How is it that I'm 50 yards away from you and you see me way over there between all these cars? Somehow you see me. You see me way over there and you very vocal because you need help. But when you were just crossing my path, you did everything not to even get eye contact, to say a simple word such as, good morning, how you doing?
A woman has to be in a position that she can be protected.
Uh-oh.
A woman has to deserve protection by the way she live her life or present herself.
Talk to him.
A woman has to require protection because she is in her place, in her lane. And then men might feel that they can step in and protect her.
Let me get back to my point. Like I said, when you got a woman that carries herself with a great deal of respect, it exuberance off of her. You see what I'm saying? You could see it from a distance. You could see how she carried herself in a very overt way. You could see how she carried herself with a smile on her face. Her whole presence. When she walked by you, I don't care if you having a bad day, an okay day, or a good day. The moment you walk by that woman, you're going to notice it, and it's going to pick up your day even more. Because she carry herself. She don't go by you and go, no. And she don't go, no. When she walk by, she's like, hey, good morning. How you doing? I don't care, it's a stranger. It's the way she carry herself. See, that's the type of woman right there where we all want to respect her. We go out of our way to respect her. It's the way she carry herself. It's just amazing. It kind of remind me of, y'all remember Dr. Shahrazad Ali? I love this statement right here.
A woman has to be in a position that she can be protected.
Uh-oh.
A woman has to deserve protection by the way she live her life or present herself.
Talk to him.
A woman has to require protection because she is in her place, in her lane. And then men might feel that they can step in and protect her. A lot of our women don't want to be protected. You can't protect them whether anybody bothering them along. Sometimes we try to protect our women from a bad idea. She don't want no protection. So there's no situation where a man that don't know a woman can walk down the street and see somebody doing something to her and automatically just jump in. So that has to be an individual choice, and it has to be a situation where the woman is in order, not out there cussing, jumping up in men's face, screaming and hollering, acting a fool, trying to act like she a man. And then when some other man deal with her like she a man, then she want you to jump in and save her. It don't work like that. A woman has...
Now you see what I'm saying? Everything she was saying right there. It's like some women, it's like you got some nerve. You want to be disrespectful towards this man, disrespectful and disregarding. But yet and still, like I said, the parking lot incident. But now when you need help, you want me to go out my way for you? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? It's not going to happen. I got a family at home too. You are out of your doggone mind. You the same person want to be rude and disrespectful and disregarding. Now you need help. Now you think I'm supposed to jump out the water like a dolphin and help you? No, ma'am, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Like I said, when you do come in the presence of women with great exuberance, it exuberant off them like an aura. You can see it, you can feel it. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna give you a real story about exuberance, right? Of a woman. I remember many years ago, I remember when I got my first car. I was what, 18, 19? I think I was 19. I got my first car. Yeah, I fell for the okie doke. My brother scammed me. Let's split a car, man. That was the worst case ever. Worst case ever. You know, he bought the car $600. I paid the insurance and the registration. This guy always claimed he needed the car. Man, it turned ugly. But anyway, let me get to the point. On this particular day, the car was a piece of crap. On this particular day, we was driving, me and my man Jared, driving from Elizabeth going to North. I still remember this like it was yesterday. Now we talking about the essence of a woman that is an exuberance off them, how great it is, right? That's what we talking about here. The women that carry themselves with respect is always respected. Anyway, we driving this piece of crap car I got. It was a Cutlass Oldsmobile. And we came off of 78, 78, yeah. And we coming up Fabian Avenue. We got off the exit. We coming up Fabian Avenue. Just as we coming up Fabian Avenue, my car started smoking. And I was like, oh man, the light came on, then it started smoking. I was like, ah man, piece of cut. And as we coming around, it went from smoking to severely smoking. And my man was like, yo, oh snap, man, you better pull this over, man. And then, so now we immediately pulled over on that street right there, Fabian Ave. We pulled over, and as we pulled over, we don't know much about cars. We did the typical thing. We got out, and he said, yo, open up the hood. And I went to open the hood. That joint was hot. So I said, oh, damn, man. So we waited a while. He said, yo, you got any water in the car, man? I was like, nah, young and dumb, right? So anyway, after a while, we did open up the hood. Open up the hood, man, it was like, smoke everywhere. Smoke everywhere. We didn't know what the heck to do. You know what I'm saying? So next thing you know, what happened? Beautiful thing happened. Older lady. See, you gotta understand. See, this lady I'm talking about right now, see, she was a lady that had knowledge, had life experiences. You know, she got so much integrity with herself. She know what it is. Yo, she came across the street, because she was sitting on the porch. She came across the street to us, and she said, hey, young men, are you guys all right? She said, I seen y'all come off that exit. Ooh, yeah, that car is smoking a lot. Y'all need any help or whatever? And we was like, we trying to figure the car. She said, well, look, my house is right there. She said, listen, now I know you can't stretch the water hose across the street like that. She said, but look, I got buckets over there. On the side of my house is a water hose. Y'all can use as much water you need and you need to put some water in that radiator and cool it down for a little bit. Don't try to drive it again. She said, but if you need anything else, let me know. I'm willing to help you because I know how it is. And we was like, oh, thanks. And sure enough, we went over there, got buckets of water, poured it in the radiator. No antifreeze at all. We was young and dumb. Poured it in there and all that. And it cooled down, and we thanked the lady, man, she was wonderful. See, all that positive, lively energy, exuberant off of her. We felt it as she came over. She was genuinely cared for us. She genuinely helped us. Didn't ask for nothing. Anyway, let me get to my point. Later, we went to his father's house, and then later I drove home. Everything was fine. I got the car tuned up, whatever, later. But do you know that lady energy had exuberant off of her so much. Night and day, she was on my mind constantly. I said, I gotta do something nice for this lady. Man, that lady went out of her way when nobody else did. Other young girls just walking by, who knows who in their windows, but that lady, because she's older, she's mature, she got integrity, she got life experiences under her. You see what I'm saying? Man, all I thought about this lady, and I remember I said to my man, I said, yo, on another day, I said, man, that was cool, man. That lady helped us out. She came and helped us out, man. We was messed up, man. We probably be messed up if she didn't come help us. He's like, yeah. I said, man, I got to do something for her. And what a coincidence. This happened around the end of March. And he said, yo, Mother's Day coming up. He said, why don't you do something for her for Mother's Day? I was like, damn, you right. I said, man, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Sure enough, when Mother's Day came up, you know what I did? Man, I felt so good. I felt good. I naturally felt good. Man, I went to the flower shop. I bought a whole bouquet of roses. I bought a box of chocolates. I bought some cookies. Man, I felt good that day. I couldn't wait. I felt like I was going on a date. You know what I'm saying? I went to that lady house. My man was with me that day. I went to that lady house. I parked the car down the street, walked to her house. And I remember when I passed the house, there was a bunch of old guys sitting on the porch. And I was like, yep, that's the house right there. Man, I was walking up to the lady house across the street, and they seen me before I even got to the house. And one of the older men yelled out, he said, hey, man, where you going with all them roses and that candy and stuff there? Whatever young lady gonna get that, she gonna be happy to get that, man. And I said, and I smiled at them, and I approached them at the steps, bottom of the steps. I said, it's ironic that you said that, because I'm actually coming to this very house to give this gift of roses, chocolate, and cookies. I said, it was a while ago, my car was having problems, and it was a lady that came out of this very house. I said, she's about yay high, you know, she was like a little fair-skinned. You know, I was describing her as much as I could, and they said, oh, you talking about Margaret? I said, I didn't get her name, you know, I feel foolish for not even getting, and they said, yeah, you talking about Margaret. They said, look, hey, Margaret, come on out here, somebody coming to see you, right? And then the guys was like, he said, man, she gonna be happy. I told him, think you gonna get this to some young lady, man. You giving that to my woman? Boy, what's going on there, boy? I said, nah, man, she helped me out. when no one else did, and I appreciate it, man. I just really appreciate it, and I just wanted to show my gratitude, you know what I'm saying? And the guy was like, and then sure enough, she came out, and she's like, oh, hey, how you doing, young man? And I said, hey, thank you. I said, yes, I said, hey, how you doing? I said, look, I just wanted to bring you a gift because I really appreciate, you know, I was looking up to, I was at the bottom of the steps. I said, I really appreciate you helping. She didn't remember it. And then once I started explaining, I said it was a while ago. I had came off the exit here, and my car was all smoking. And you came across the street. You let us use your water hose and button. She said, "Oh yeah, I do remember that." She said, "How's your car doing now?" I said, "Well, it's down the street. I got it tuned up." She said, "Oh, well, that's good. I'm glad I was able to help." I said, "Well, look, I just wanted to do this for you." She's like, "Oh, baby, you didn't have to do that." I said, "No." I said, "Look, it was something. All your positive energy, that exuberant off you, it made me feel great to do this." I said, I actually feel wonderful to do something nice for you because you went out of your way for me. I said, you put something in me that day, and it was all positive energy. I love it. I said, so I thank you.
Bae, I'm here behind the camera, and you put a smile on my face because really you don't find people like that no more. And when you hear stories like that are just so few, it just amazes. Is you get that great feeling because it's like it doesn't take much to do something beautiful to someone.
Yeah,
and respect.
And that's why I felt great.
Yes.
It didn't matter. It cost me this to pay for the flowers, the candy, and the cookies. It didn't matter. I felt great, man. That lady put something in me that day that it reminded me of my mother. It's like, man, you treat people with respect, especially that treated you with respect.
Exactly.
You go out of your way to treat them with respect. Man, I told that lady, and guess what? After I said all of that, that lady came, rushed down the stairs, even with her man, whoever was on the porch. She came, rushed down the stairs, and said, "Come here, babe, give me a hug. I appreciate it." She grabbed stuff, put him down on the stairs, and gave me a real hug. I ain't talking about that church hug, you know, like this. She didn't do that. No, she gave me a hug the way your grandmother would hug you, like, my baby. She said, we always got some good people in this world. She said, "What? You know what? I'm glad you just made my day."
Yeah.
Young man, you made my day.
She made yours and
yes.
You made her day.
Yes. Now you see, that's what I'm talking about. When I say women, remember, respect definitely gets respected. When you carry yourself in such a respectful way, and you don't be acting disregarding and definitely not disrespecting someone, you do not walk by nobody and go, or don't even put your hand up, just go, "I did say hi." No, you didn't. This is not a, look at the difference. How you gonna tell somebody you said hi? This was a hi. But when you needed help, help! You asking somebody for help way over there, and it's the same guy that you disregarded, disrespected just a minute ago. Remember what Shahrazad Ali said? Some women act like you could be trying to help them from making a bad decision.
Sometimes we try to protect our women from a bad idea. She don't want no protection.
And they're like, "I don't need your help. I don't want you. Don't be telling me what to do." It's like, I'm trying to help you. What is your problem? That's crazy. But hey, the whole point of the video, like I said, if you don't want to speak to me, that's fine. I'm going to carry on my day. I ain't going to miss a beat. I'm good. But don't dare think that I'm supposed to go out of my way, put myself in harm's way to help you when you've been nothing but disregarding and disrespecting. There ain't no way in the world I'm going out of my way for you. But when you carry yourself with respect, you act like respectful, and you treat others with respect. Oh, you know, oh, most definitely. Like that lady I brought the flowers to. I'm going to go out of my way. Now, let me see what I could do to help, to be helpful. Because look how this lady, her whole energy, an exuberance that came off of her, told me to act accordingly, which is treat her with respect. Nothing less. All right, y'all. Peace.